We're getting ready for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It is going to ring here in about 6 minutes or so. We, of course, will take you there live the moment it happens. In the meantime, a quick look at our board here. Pre-market trading looking good on all of the major indices. The S&P 500, the Nasdaq, as well as the Dow Jones. All three are in the green at the moment. This is pre-market trading. We'll see if there's any change at all the moment the bell rings. Again, we'll take you there live once that happens. But first, let's get you over to suburban Maryland, so just outside of Washington, D.C. That's where David Brody is hanging out. David, at some point, I'm going to slip up and actually give your whole address. So I try to be cute because I know you, but at some point, I'm like, he's over out for 55th and give everything out.
At that point, you can give my social security number as well. You might as well just put it all out there. I'd say you can give my exercise regimen, but then there's nothing to report on that front. By the way, I'm just seeing that President Trump is having a phone call. It started at 8 this morning. So about an hour and 20 minutes ago with President Xi of China. So that is being reported. And I say that in the context of the fact that you were just mentioning the stock market. So we'll kind of see how the news of that potentially plays and affects the stock market today. Okay, time for our daily dose of dollars and common sense with American Sunrise Early Edition host, the guy behind Jake's Take Substack. That'd be Jake Novak. Jake, so I guess who needs government economic reports when real businesses are busy working, especially apparently FedEx? What is the latest from them? Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, you know how much I love those government economic reports.
Yes.
No, I don't. I don't love them at all. They're not reliable. Forget about the partisanship, which we know sometimes bleeds into them. They're so useless, but Wall Street bets on them. It's as if they're betting on a horse race, which at the end of the day doesn't really matter. But anyway, FedEx reported a very strong quarter, really blowing away their profit expectations and doing pretty well with the money coming in as well. Look, folks, FedEx, when it does well, the economy has to be on some pretty decent footing. I don't know if that means it's a very broad-based economic boom, et cetera, but it means that, again, the things that they're telling us are hurting the economy, like tariffs, et cetera, probably aren't. There are other things hurting the economy. Home prices, mortgage rates, the fact that it costs an arm and a leg to get childcare and go to a job. These are things that are actually hurting our economy. But if tariffs were such a huge problem, David, FedEx, which is a very important economic indicator, better than a government report, wouldn't be making such good profits. So you have to understand that before we can have a discussion about what to do to fix things or make things better.
Yeah, let's talk about the weight loss drug wars. They're raging on. Major victories being declared now by a certain company. What company is that, Mr. Jake Novak?
Yeah, it's called Novo Nordisk. No, it's not a computer disc company. It's a Danish pharma company. They're the ones who make Wegovy. They make a lot of these other injectable weight loss drugs, and they've been going after the holy grail of pharma for the last couple of years, which is a pill that can replicate those injections, those jabs that you do in the side of your leg or in your stomach or wherever you do them. This now, they say they've done it. They say they have a Wegovy version and a pill version that helps you lose about 17% of your body weight over 15 months. That's almost as good as the injectables. But David, again, remember, these injectables and these drugs orally as well have incredible side effects, and you can never get off them. Now, for some people, it's the right thing to do. I'm not trying to, this is not a judgy thing. I'm just trying to put it all out there. Don't forget, just because you're not sticking yourself in the leg, that's basically the only convenience of taking the oral pill.
Yeah, you got your weight loss disclaimer for sure. We got about 30 seconds or so. We got this ICE raid at the Hyundai plant in Georgia, and it just keeps producing one new outrage after another. So what's the latest outrage, Jake?
The latest outrage is chutzpah. South Korea is saying, gee, those illegal aliens that you caught, 300 of them, when we promised to hire Americans, they may have experienced a human rights violation when you arrested them, and then 2 days later they got flown on a nice jet back to South Korea. This is just outrageous. There's going to be more stories like this, David, and I just can't believe that the South Korean government's willing to do this. They should be happy that it wasn't worse.
Absolutely. Hey, you going to cook some challah this weekend, by the way? Just curious.
In the oven in a few minutes.
Bake in the oven in a few minutes. All right. Jake Novak. Great to have you. Enjoy it while the Jets lose. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah. Heading back to T. Bates in Denver for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange, all sponsored by AMAC.
The Association of Mature American Citizens is the conservative voice for Americans 50 and older. AMAC is fighting for the values that you hold dear. Join today. Together, we can write the course of America.
We're getting you ready for the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. It's set to ring here within the next minute or so. Momentarily, you'll hear the applause, and then, of course, we will count down until we actually hear the bell and the markets officially open. I can tell you that pre-market trading so far looking pretty decent. All of the indices are in the green. Those investors are hoping that that is going to stay the same or even improve once the bell rings. JP Morgan Chase is at the podium right now. You hear the applause, which means we're moments away from the opening bell and the markets officially opening. And then we'll get a better sense of how the markets are looking. So right on cue, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The markets are now officially open on this final day of trading for this work week. And look at that. All of the major indices, once again, in the green. The Dow, S&P 500, and Nasdaq are all up. Just a couple of blemishes, on our board, and crude oil would be one of them. Hopefully crude oil being down means that you'll get better prices at the gas station. That's something that each and every one of us probably wants. But in general, not too shabby of a start. Hopefully it will be an even better ending to this day of trading. When inflation jumps and when you hear the national debt is over $37 trillion, do you ever think, well, maybe now would be a good time to buy some gold? You can do so either as a hedge against inflation or just for peace of mind during global instability, or if you just want sensible diversification. The Birch Gold Group believes that every American should own physical gold, and that's why they've created something special until the end of this month. If you're a first-time gold buyer, the Birch Gold Group is offering a rebate of up to $10,000 in free metals on qualifying purchases. To claim eligibility and to start the process, request an information kit now simply by texting the word America to the number 989898. Plus, the Birch Gold Group can help you roll an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold, and you're still eligible for a rebate in free metals of up to $10,000. The Birch Gold Group is the only precious metals company that so many Americans trust, as do their thousands of customers. So make right now your first time to buy gold and take advantage of a rebate of up to $10,000 when you buy by September 30th. Text the word America to the number 989898. Up next, a two-tier justice system and what it's wrought. In moments, two J6ers join us for an update on how they have suffered under the weight of the DOJ and why they think that they've gotten a raw deal. That's next here on American Sunrise.